So the question that you want me to address is how to compose a board for a family-owned business. So I think there are a number of issues that we need to think about. The first one is having a board that's composed of people who are independent and people who are insiders. Typically, a family business will have the CEO as on the board of directors. And that person may be a family member or a non-family member. Then we want to have one or two people who represent the family itself. And it's best for that person or those people to actually be selected by the family as a whole. We want them to represent the vision, the goals, the long-term plan for the business. Then we want to have people who are truly independent, people who bring to the board a range of perspectives, who bring competencies that complement what the family has, and personalities that are complementary as well. So, for example, if a family business is trying to expand internationally and doesn't have any experience in that area, they may want to find somebody with depth of experience and expertise in setting up an operation internationally. We also want to have some people who might be more conservative in nature and others who are more adventuresome in nature on the board, but not a board that's loaded with one perspective or the other. And then we want to have people who, no matter what their perspective are, understand really carefully their fiduciary responsibility to the shareholders. Their goal is to represent the best interest of the shareholders and the business as a whole. And so they must understand the values and vision of the family, but also be comfortable being truly independent and bringing different points of view than the family may hold or that the executives may hold. That really represents one of their greatest values. Now, another question is, how do the board members get selected? And so what we want to do is to identify the competencies, the characteristics, and the values of the people who we want to have serve on the board. And we create a matrix. And we say, here's the range of knowledge and experience perspectives that we want to have on one dimension. And then the people we currently have on the board, so the executive and the family representatives on the board, and we look at what areas they cover. And then look at where the gaps are and begin to say, these are the priorities for what we're looking for as a whole on the board. And then you do a search looking for those competencies. It's best that those people represent the entire family and the entire business, not branches. There has been a historical tradition of saying, oh, we should have somebody representing different branches when you get to that size of a family business. But then you're setting it up to say there's conflict, as opposed to saying we want somebody who represents a shared vision and values for this family and this business. It's also important to select family members who represent the family as well and who have the competence and perspective and experience to add value to the board. We don't see the board as a place where a seat on the board is going to train people for future leadership. We believe it's very helpful for young people to serve as apprentices of the board in shadow board kinds of roles and training, but not have one of the official seats on the board. So I think overall what we're talking about is that it's very important for a board to provide the structure and systems to assure that there's an objective system of governance, of decision making, that allows people to be their best selves when guiding the family business board, and where there's space from the emotional intensity and the kinds of conflict that can arise in a family. This is a place where there's shared vision and the best interest of all the stakeholders are addressed.